Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast now, and game 1 in a series between Hasuobs versus MMA here on Star Station. MMA and Hasuobs. Hasuobs spawning on the top right hand side of the map as the blue Protoss. Meanwhile, over here on the bottom left we have MMA spawning as the red Terran. Terran versus Protoss 1v1 on Star Station, where you are forced cross spawns both in the BattleNet and on the tournament scene, as I believe that was a problem that a lot of players had addressed or really started wanting to see. We are seeing MMA just open up with some standard builds here, but I am curious as to what MMA is going to be going for in this matchup. Now, with a lot of the different openings in Terrans and the Terrans being remade after the changes to Cloaked Banshees and also those Hellbats, the Terran openings have not been nearly as stale. I'm assuming, or I assume, that at some point in time the players will eventually find their standard openings, find what works for them the best, and then other players will be able to respond and react accordingly. So far, we are taking a look at the probe making sure that there are no proxy barracks inside his own base. Another commonplace would be down over here, where a Reaper can simply jump up onto the high ground, as we are looking at this one probe taking a very roundabout way to get into his opponent's base, and it looks as though he is going to be going for a proxy Stargate. That would be my assumption here. You can see the double gas already being placed down by Hasuobs. Proxy Stargate, very popular. The only other possibility would be perhaps a proxy robotics facility, but the proxy robotics facility does tend to require a lot more sentries and then trying to proxy immortals. We are going to be going into that Lone Reaper here, and are we going to be seeing perhaps a command center follow-up? That has become the rather common strategy. No, what is this? A second barracks being placed off to the north. So MMA hiding a barracks over here. It looks like he will be placing a lot of pressure with those barracks. He does have 3 SCVs on gas here, and by the looks of this building and the placement here, he wants to be scouted. MMA wants a probe to come inside the base and take a look around the map. He'll notice that there is a barracks right off over here. It doesn't look like he's teching that heavily, and everything screams for a command center. No, that is not going to be the case. MMA now opening up with double Reaper production, as he is now just about to finish his, I believe, his second and third Reaper. So far, the Reaper now trying to make his way off over here. It is going to take a little bit of time, and there is a little bit of trickery that you can do with a Reaper trying to do long jumps, and the Reaper is going to fly by right by that proxy or that pylon there, as the Reaper now tries to come in and get some easy kills here. All right, that Stalker already in position to try to get off some shots. It looks as though that Reaper will be able to back off just in time, regenerate those hit points, as that Stargate is now in play. There is that Oracle. It will be chrono boosted out. The Reapers are down over here. What is going on? This probe now trying to wander over here, and the Reapers spot the probe as they are coming in, and now you're going to see that the Reapers are just going to simply fly over here. The probe trying to get away. It doesn't look like it will be successful, though, as the probe will get shot down here. The Reaper is now looking for perhaps what proxy building was placed down, and he doesn't spot it. Oh, nope, there it is. The Reapers are now there trying to go after this pylon. The pylon is falling relatively quickly. There is 3 Reapers already in position, and is this Oracle going to get out? It does not look like it. There is armor now on that pylon, but that does not looking good. This one Oracle here going after so many units. Another SCV does get taken down. There goes another, and now after actually going after a Marine or 2, there they go. But Hasuobs is now out of energy. Without power on this pylon, this one Stargate will be stuck in limbo for a little bit of time longer. Meanwhile, an Oracle still sitting down over here waiting to regenerate energy. That is the problem. Unlike a Banshee, when a Banshee is out of energy, it can still cause some harassment. As you can see now, the Stalkers, Mothership Core 2 Stalkers are in position. However, that 1 Stalker is going to have a little bit of a bad day. The Oracle is right there. Or sorry, the Mothership is right there trying to do a little bit of an engagement there as the probes are now being made over. And there goes all of these Reapers again. This 5 Reaper opening off of 2 barracks really dealing a lot more damage than most players would have expected. The Reapers in mass numbers, much more effective than they would appear, and this almost seems like Wings of Liberty back in the beta, where Mass Reaper is just absolutely dominating the Protoss here. The problem is the natural regeneration as the Oracle now simply flies over, gets in a couple of easy shots there. The energy is now running low on that Oracle. It is not going to be able to catch up at all. All the Reapers are now running away and able to head back home. All right, it looks like the damage has been done. Let's see, worker kill count 9 to 8 as we saw a round of Reapers attacks go against all of these probes back here. Now, will Hasuobs be able to recover nicely, as we are looking at this Oracle still doing a bit of flyby. There is 3 Reapers on the far side of the map off to the north. Sentries, Stalkers, and that Mothership core should be enough to handle that group of Reapers, especially with that time warp, slowing them down, removing much of their advantage. We are looking at this 1 Oracle off over here. It wants to come inside and destroy this entire line of SCVs, but there is a bunker in position. Not the best building, as the missile turret, oh, it just got salvaged. Bad timing there, as we are now looking at even more more SCVs and even a mule getting taken down in that engagement here. Hasuobs now backs off. You can see this Reaper trying to use its P shooters against that Stargate. That Stargate will eventually fall, as we are now still holding on to 3 Reapers outside the front door. Now, coming back over here, bunkers. MMA now ready for the long haul, transitioning nicely. Heavy production. It looks like it will be mass bio. We are getting up that factory, most likely adding on a reactor, getting up that starport. But all of this is delaying MMA's normal Terran pushes. That very aggressive 5 Reaper opening means that he does not have his 2nd engineering bay down yet. He is just now getting 1-0 upgrades, and he doesn't even have his starport. Meanwhile, you can see that Hasuobs was able to finish off all of those Reapers off to the north here, and even though Hasuobs is in a little bit of a worse situation, down in supplies, if you take a look at the harvester count, that shows you how far he is. 27 probes versus 33 SCVs, as this Reaper is still taking its time to try and take down this one particular Stargate. We can see it now. The Oracle makes its way over. It looks like it could get shot down very low on hit points, down to 16, and able to flee at a moment's notice. The Reaper now looking to perhaps finish off any units here. You can see that Reaper getting into position at just the wrong time. The units have all left already, but I don't believe Hasuobs' army is going to be able to handle that triple bunker front door. There does go another Marine, as we are now looking at this Reaper looking to perhaps do a little bit of scouting and also catch a number of units off guard. We are looking at a number of warp gates, so the warp gate reinforcements should be rather nice here, as the Reaper going after that probe. It looks as though the Reaper, isn't going to be able to catch up to it. The Stalker now trying to catch up over here, as Hasuobs seems a little bit confused as to where he wants to be. Finally getting that lone Reaper there, but that was a long walk all the way back home, buying a lot of time for MMA. MMA now salvaging his bunkers, getting up extra SCVs, medevacs, marauders, marines, and looks like he's ready to be on the aggressive. He does have stim. He should have combat shield momentarily. And what will he be going up against? He will be going up against Protoss army with charge and level 1 armor upgrades. So it will even out the upgrades right about now, but we need to perhaps see some Guardian Shield, as the Observer is in position. He does spot all of this right here. The Oracle could try to get in some easy shots once more, and there, the medevacs. That was a horrible miscue by MMA, as the Mothership core does get the photon overcharge just in time, as we may be getting a new Mothership core rather quickly. There you see the Chrono Boost now on that onto that Nexus to try to get that photon overcharge ready to go again. The Stalker is now playing a little bit of a game there, as we do have a revelation on to all of these Marines. So the Marines are currently being spotted out over here, and this is going to be a bit of a problem. MMA doesn't want his army to be spotted. And there you go. There's the engagement. There's some nice force fields. Again, using that photon overcharge as much as possible, as the Medivacs and Marauders and Marines still taking a lot of damage there. Okay, now we are getting up onto the high ground. This is exactly what Hasuobs didn't want to see. And there you have it. There's the engagement here, as the Zealots need to figure out how to charge up that ramp. This is not looking good. Alright, these gateways now all unpowered, as the Guardian Shield is now up. There you go. There's the force field. Both sides fighting through, but with MMA and superior numbers. Oh, Medivac picked up all the units and now backing away here. Now there's going to be a little bit of unloading time. Is MMA going to be able to get enough units? It looks like he will. There are some High Templars now merging into an Archon after the feedbacks. But MMA is still pushing very heavily with a 50 supply advantage. And the GG should be coming in. That Archon not really lasting long enough, as there's the GG. Well played. Game 1 going to MMA in this series. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.